welcome to Live at 5 on Tuesday the 13th September with a very special guest from Chicago today, Lana Gordon.
I know. I'm so excited to meet her. And wait till you see her hair. It's fabulous.
Her hair is amazing. I've not seen you all day. So where have you just come from? Talk me through
the
this.
morning you were out, in the afternoon I was
yeah.
out. I just literally ran in from Falsettos. Falsettos had a press event. This is one of my top 5 favorite shows. And so I was so excited. They sang for us. I was not, but you know what? I told the cast I needed like a 3-day warning that they were going to sing this song, Unlikely Lovers, which is like the Act 2 tearjerker.
Okay.
So I'm sitting in the front row with Caitlin, and I was like having to think of awful thoughts to not like curl up in a ball in the front row of the press event because it was beautiful. Am I right? It was beautiful. I cried. It was amazing, and we're gonna have a little video of that coming up. And I talked to the cast, and I'm so excited.
Can't wait to see.
They're winding up rehearsals, and they're starting in a few weeks, and I'm so excited. And you.
So I this morning.
You woke up early for a certain
woke up this morning,
very sexy man.
I had to go and interview Leo Schreiber today about
tough gig.
Sex and intrigue and betrayal, because of course he is starring alongside Janet McTeer in Les Liaisons Dangereuses on Broadway. You try saying that.
Les Liaisons Dangereuses.
It's, anyway.
I prefer Dangerous Liaisons.
Anyway, that video is going to be up by the end of the day. My interviews with all the cast, and it looks so good. So good, that show.
So, and how was Janet McTeer?
She's great.
Yeah.
And she started it in London. Liev is a new addition.
Yep.
And the director is a friend of mine from London.
Oh, yeah, she's very fancy over there.
She's very fancy.
What is her job? She works at
she's
the Doma, right?
The Doma. She's artistic director of the Doma.
Yeah.
So she gave me a great interview. Obviously, I got her first, and she's so good. So on it.
Good for you.
Right, okay, news on Groundhog Day. Now, you may have noticed yesterday that I was dropping a few hints that I knew what was going on with Groundhog Day. I did. So it's going to officially open in the spring on August 17th at the August Wilson Theatre, which is being vacated by Jersey Boys. Now, there's no confirmation.
Shout out to Andy Carl.
No, there's no confirmation yet on casting, but we know it's going to be Andy Carl.
Did you read Ben Brantley's review of Andy Carl?
It's going to be Andy Carl.
I did.
So although I wasn't allowed to write starring Andy Carl, it's clearly starring Andy Carl.
It better be starring Andy Carl.
Otherwise, drama. Anyway, so very excited. April 17th, that will officially open at the August Wilson. Okay, moving on. Tony nominee Johanna Day, Miriam Shaw, and more are set for Lynn Nottage's Sweat off Broadway. Sweat. Mm-hmm. And now this is really interesting. So I interviewed these two as I guess they were falling in love.
Yeah.
So Thomas Sadowski and Amanda Seyfried, who met for Nilla Boots, The Way We Get By.
Yeah, I remember.
I went to go and interview them. I think they were on a bed.
It was a showmance.
Anyway, I interviewed the pair of them together, and they insisted on being interviewed together. They wouldn't be interviewed separately. Maybe
they couldn't be apart, even for an interview.
Apparently, they got together later than that, but Sparks
Sparks
flew then. Anyway, they're going. That's leading on to end state. They're engaged. They're going to get married. Aaron Tveit.
What's he doing?
Broadway boyfriend. He is going to play the Paramount on February the 24th.
Where's the Paramount?
2017. I think Long Island somewhere.
Apparently, all I know is that you can take a Long Island Railroad there.
It's not the hotel.
That's what I've been told.
I thought it might be the hotel for a minute where we do all the Tony junkets.
Not on 46th Street, no.
It's not that one.
Yeah, Aaron's getting a lot of these concert bookings.
Yeah.
And doing really well. So congratulations, Aaron Tveit.
Jackie Hoffman has joined Ryan Murphy's Feud.
Oh my God! Is this the one about? This is about
with Susan Sarandon and
Baby Jane, Joan Crawford, and Betty Davis. That one.
That one.
I'm super excited. What is Jackie Hoffman gonna be playing? Do we know? I want her to. I hope she plays like a crazy Hollywood reporter. That's my dream.
Javier
or like a maid.
Javier Munoz. I always say his name wrong. And Brandon Victor Dixon will join.
Javier Munoz.
Thank you. I didn't do.
You can say Les Liaisons and I can say Munoz.
Exactly, I can do the Marquis de Merteuil and Vicomte de Valmont. I did that today. Okay, we'll join Tita Rivera at Carnegie Hall on November the 7th.
You know who else is in that? Andy Carl. It's a theme here.
Yeah,
Andy Carl's also in that.
All right, while you're in London, you interviewed a certain star of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child.
Oh my God, and now I'm going to say her name wrong.
Your turn.
I said it right on camera because she was there to teach it to me. Noma Dumezwani.
I think if you just
Dumezweni. I think it's Dumezweni.
Dumezweni.
Anyway, she's amazing, and she plays. Who did she play?
Hermione Granger.
Hermione Granger. I wanted you to say it in Harry Potter.
Americans can't spell Hermione.
I can't say Hermione sometimes. She is in Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, and she's phenomenal. And She is so much fun. Did you watch the interview yet?
No, I'm
She's super fun. We did it in the basement of the Palace, which is gorgeous. And just watch it.
Do you know who renovated the Palace Theatre? Made it look like that? Dad. He was there.
For the Woman in White?
No, it was before. So he was, for some reason, they were doing, I don't know, so the wallpaper was falling off the walls or the pillars. And he realised there was sort of marble everywhere. So it all got stripped off and restored.
Wow.
By chance.
Fun fact.
He was there. Fun fact. All right.
Pictures from last 5 years.
Last night. Pictures.
Yep.
Come From Away, which you saw over the weekend. Is it
I
Steph?
did. Shout out. That cast is incredible, by the way. I'm really excited to have that show here because it's very different. And although it does concern 9/11, it's not really a 9/11 musical. We're going to have to figure out kind of...
It's a 9/12
They're calling
musical.
it a 9/12 musical
Yeah.
now because it's really about the aftermath of people sort of dealing with things. But really, really interesting. And that show...
It's coming to Broadway. Hasn't announced a theatre yet, but the Belasco
because it's Journey still. You know what I mean? It's going to, Toronto next? DC, then Toronto, and then Broadway. And then they're doing a concert also in Newfoundland. Yeah. So we're all going to fly to Newfoundland and do Live at 5 from Newfoundland.
And if you happened to be at Aladdin last week, James Corden was in it.
Oh, I know. That was weird.
Just a cameo.
Just random.
I think there was some bet going on.
You never
on
know.
the Lily Show.
You never know who's going to be there.
Right.
Okay.
Do you want me to wander off?
Oh, Josh says that Jackie Hoffman is playing Joan's maid. Joan Cropper's maid. I hope that that's a fact because I just predicted it if it is because I said a maid. I've also had a celebrity gossip. Anyway. Let's bring Lana in.
Okay then.
All right. Come on in, Lana Gordon. Don't you look pretty?
Oh, thank
you. First of all, can we just start with your name?
My name?
Lana is
Lana Gordon.
But Lana is like a gift to have such a glamorous.
You're right.
But it's a lot to live up to, though. Lana's like.
Lana Turner.
I know, but it's very sexy and like Lana, right?
Aren't I sexy as well?
Yeah, but I'm saying like it'd be terrible if you weren't.
It's
like what if Lana
right.
Gordon walked in but luckily you're delivering on your name.
This is true.
Now, how are you?
I'm great.
We are
fantastic.
Right next door to Chicago,
I know,
where we tape this. And Chicago is your Broadway home right now.
Yes, it is.
And you're playing a certain legendary, iconic Mary Murderess. Velma Kelly and all that jazz. The one who does I can't do it. The Fosse. It's very like Fosse's all about like taking it down, right?
Yeah,
and just
take it
being
down.
confident in yourself.
This, all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit. Let's tell everyone about your journey a little bit because didn't you were in The Lion King?
I was in Lion King.
You were in the ensemble.
Original cast. Yes.
Original cast ensemble.
Yes.
So you had like grass on your head.
Well, no, yeah, actually, I
I know
way
you
back.
did.
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember that scene. And you stayed there, and you were there for like it was a huge Broadway hit when it.
I stayed there for almost 2 years, but then I did 2 years as Shenzi. But I actually went in for like a freak, not a freak accident, but Heather had twisted her ankle.
Headley?
Yes, Heather, the beautiful Heather.
And you're both on Broadway now.
Yes.
You went in because she twisted.
She twisted her ankle.
She was Nala.
Yes. And both of her understudies were out, and I went on that day.
So you had one of those moments. You had one of those like,
yes.
You're Nala, go.
Yeah. Well, no, I said to Jeff Lee, I know all her lines, and he was like, I bet you do. And I went on that night. And I was the talk of Broadway for about a month, which was nice,
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, and I love when we really get to see someone like sort of rise up the ranks like that.
Well, that's
awesome.
I had such admiration for Heather, and I just watched her in the wings all the time. And being a dancer, we just learned things by watching. And so. And
what were you like as a little girl? When did you first think? Did you think Broadway, or did Broadway sort of come to you in a weird way?
Oh, I just wanted to be a dancer, airy dancer, which I did.
What's your favorite kind of dancing?
I like modern ballet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Favorite kind of dancing, salsa. No, I don't know.
But you must be fun at a party. I mean, you must be good
fun.
on a dance floor.
I have been. Back in the day, I did kind of cut a rug. Is that right? Is that like
you cut a rug.
Is that like
I think that means. What's that mean? That you're dancing so hard that you cut the rug with your foot? Is that what it means?
Exactly not. No.
I don't know. I don't know what that means. Cutting a rug.
I just turned it out.
And so, when did you first play Velma?
Actually, in Germany. In German.
Okay, and you've
Auf Deutsch.
Oh my God! So you learned how do you say all that jazz in German?
Well, all der Jazz or all der Jazz or.
So it's jazz.
It's just jazz.
Okay,
Yeah, jazz. There is no German word for jazz. Maybe there is, but I missed that part.
Oh, it doesn't matter. People didn't care as long as you have the moves. And you've done a lot in Europe, haven't you?
I have.
Like you've actually had a career, a very international career.
Quite a career there. I've done Carmen Cabana, West Side Story, Tarzan, Sister Act, everything in German. Which was an experience in itself.
In which country? In Germany?
Yeah, Stuttgart, Hamburg, where else? Frankfurt. So I performed at some great theaters with great people.
So you're like down with the Germans?
I am down with the Germans.
You've you've like lived there a long time?
I've lived there. I did 7 years in Austria, and then about almost 3 to 4 years in Germany.
Wow. So how long have you been in New York now?
Oh my gosh, I think about 2 months now.
So you just came for this? Okay.
Well, yeah, just, walked in and, right thing happened, right time, being at the right place, right time. Bam. I'm Velma. All that jazz.
That's amazing. So you did it, and obviously somebody must have seen you do it in Germany.
Well, yeah, I worked with the American team there, Gregory Butler.
Right.
Well, he really just opened that door and says, "Would you like to audition for the New York City Broadway?" I was like, yeah.
So does it feel weird to be back in New York?
Not at all.
No.
Oh, this is home.
Okay.
This
Feels
is
like home.
Yeah.
And how is the Chicago family next door?
Oh, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
They're like this.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it just like really
I must say that when I did my opening, and I got it there, and it was pretty nervous.
Yeah.
All that jazz. There was a moment where I did switch into a German moment.
Oh, really?
There was a moment. And I was like, und all that jazz.
I wonder if anyone noticed. Did anyone have to say anything afterwards?
No one said anything. No, I did have to repeat.
They're like,
one
girl's
phrase.
been in Germany.
She's
like,
I did have to break that habit of speaking like, a German in the English language.
Right. Yes. It's a
I had to relearn my own language.
It's an odd skill that you have. So how long are you going to be at the Ambassador?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well,
I mean, it's a good rotating.
20 more years.
Well, I mean, the show's going to be there. We have some crazy questions.
Great.
David wants to know. This is a silly question. I'm just going to say it. Ever work with David Hasselhoff in Germany?
Oh no, I haven't.
He doesn't really work in Germany, does he? He was just.
He does. Oh, but I've never crossed paths with him, unfortunately.
Joseph Burley wants to know, who's your favorite iconic dancer? Was there anyone that inspired you or?
Oh, inspired me as I like Debbie Allen. I mean, I watched a lot of that. There's many people. Brishnikov. There's so many, to name a.
Alex wants to know, is it harder to do shows in German or English?
What? Oh my gosh. Well, I would say German, since it's not my tongue. It's not my.
What are German audiences like? There's a big theater.
It depends. It depends of the show.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're really warm and welcoming, and sometimes they listen.
Right.
Just a listening group.
Tanya Engler said, "Hi, my friend. I love
hello,
you."
Tanya.
Okay, we love her back. Somebody said bonjour. There's a lot going on. So what are your dreams? Do you have any are there any roles that you've sort of had in your head?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like what?
Well, I would love to Hamilton. I would love to do a
Ooh.
little piece of that.
Yeah, why not?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
I think that would be it.
Let's get that out there. That's a good one. Let's get in the Hamilton family.
Yeah.
Because that family's grown. Well, that family's probably going to be in Germany pretty soon, right?
Yeah, probably.
But you could do it here. You could do it here. So wait, when you moved back after all that time, you didn't obviously have a place here.
No,
so you had to
I had to stay with friends. I have a good friend, Aaron Burke, and stay with him. And
thank you for bringing her. And your hair is amazing.
Thank you. It's good. It's like 5-day, 6-day hair after, and I get to actually use my hair for the show, which is really, really lovely.
Oh, I know. I know. I love that.
You like it?
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I love seeing Velma like that. It's like, It's So do you feel sexy when you're up there with those dancers and that music and that all that?
Extremely.
Do you get a big ego from that? Is it hard to come down from that?
No. I think when you get an ego, I think you just get in your way.
Yeah.
Yeah. No egos.
Do you have any favorite moments in the show? I mean, obviously, like your entrance is pretty amazing. The way it starts.
That's the best entrance.
Yeah.
In Broadway.
It really is.
On in where.
Yeah.
Actually, one of my favorite moments is class. I really like that part with Mama. It's just,
Who's Mama right now?
Natasha.
Oh, she's fabulous. Yeah, you guys have fun with that?
Yes. And I just was with Roz, and that was also amazing. So
yeah.
I get so many worlds of different, beautiful performers. So I'm really blessed in that way.
Jerome said, we're glad you've done shows in Germany, but we're waiting for you in France.
Okay.
Okay. So if you have a job, let us know.
Yeah.
And he said he's going to see you on Broadway in 3 weeks. That's good. Peyton said, what's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
The best piece of advice I've ever given, don't stop. Just keep going. Just keep going for what you want, your goal. You will make it no matter what. Just, keep believing in yourself. That's the best. And say, I am, and then whatever's on the next of I am, it has to be good, right? I am, blah, blah, blah.
Who's your favorite Velma other than yourself? Do you have one? Have you seen
Velma?
A lot of Velmas?
I haven't seen a lot of Velmas.
Yeah, she's been doing it. I mean,
I haven't seen a lot. I mean, only on YouTube, but.
Oh right, YouTube Velmas. There's a lot of YouTube Velmas.
Yeah.
It's a whole new world. You can do research on a role on YouTube.
Exactly.
Is there a big Broadway? Yeah, is there a big Broadway faction in Germany? Like, are there like? Do you meet a lot of other when you were there? When you were doing shows with other Broadway performers, or?
Well, the German. It's like a German. It's like the German Broadway.
Okay. Yeah.
In Germany, so I've worked with some amazingly talented people in Germany. So, yeah.
Cool. Well, everyone, you need to see Chicago. I mean, Chicago is like, first of all, it's always good, but it's always exciting when they bring somebody new in, like Lana. So we're very excited that you're here on the block.
Yeah, it's just next door.
Right,
I was like, where is it? I was next door.
Right next door. And I haven't seen you yet, but I have to come over.
Yeah, maybe tonight.
I have to see a movie tonight. The pressure's on though. But
What movie?
you're really close. I'm gonna have to stop by. Definitely. And everybody needs to. It's at the Ambassador Theater on 49th Street. And you know what I love about that show? I walk by every morning by the theater. There's a line every morning of tourists waiting for tickets. Every morning. Every morning. They're all lined up. I love that. I'm like, this is like...
Classic show.
Yeah.
Beautiful show to see.
Yeah, and it's the longest running like American musical revival or whatever, and it's fabulous, and you all need to see it, and you need to see Lana.
Yeah.
And I love that thank you for living up to your name.
Oh, thank you for thinking that.
Thank you so much. Everybody watch us tomorrow, Live at 5. Another great guest.
Bye.
Bye.